Hi, hello, welcome to Homeschool. This year, Class 9 Mathematics NCERT or CBSE board. We are in our Chapter 7 Quadrilaterals. Before, in our introduction session, we have seen about the types of quadrilaterals. And in Basics of Mathematics, I have given you one subtopic, that is polygons. Why do we call a polygon? It is a closed figure bounded with a line segments. Line segments, according to the lines, we count and we say which type of a polygon. We have seen in that classification of polygons, if it has 3 sides, triangle, 4 sides, quadrilateral, 5 sides, pentagon. Like this, we have learnt everything about it, and a diagonal, how to find the sum of the interior angles. And next introduction part, we have seen what are all the types of quadrilaterals and what are all the properties does each quadrilateral will have. A quadrilateral in the sense having 4 line segments. 4 line segments, it is a closed figure. Quadrilateral can be classified into many types. In that, very important type we are going to learn in this year is parallelogram. As we have seen about a parallelogram, and we have written 3 or 4 properties for this also. In properties of parallelogram, each property we are going to have as a theorem, and we are going to derive that property. Let's start now properties of parallelograms. Parallelogram is also one of the quadrilateral. Parallelogram having 4 sides, it is also one of a quadrilateral. Their opposite sides, pair of opposite sides are equal and they will be parallel. Then those type of quadrilateral, we call it as a parallelogram. So let's start learning our first property. A diagonal. Diagonal, do you know, children? What is that? A diagonal is always joined to the non-consecutive vertices of any polygon. A diagonal of a parallelogram. Let's draw a parallelogram here. Draw a parallelogram. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. A diagonal from A I start. Look here. A consecutive vertices are B and D. Diagonal is always drawn to the non-consecutive vertices. That is AC. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into 2 congruent triangles. Look here, parallelogram, 4 sides. When I draw a diagonal, what happens? You can see 2 triangles. According to this property, what does it say? A diagonal divides a parallelogram into 2 congruent triangles. Children, you should know what is a congruent triangle. Suppose, let me say 2 triangles. Look here. What you can see? You can see 2 triangles. One is small triangle, one is big triangle. I see the 2 figures are similar, but they are not congruent. What is the difference between similarity and congruency? Similar, look similar. But whereas congruent, suppose if you take 2 equilateral triangles, 2 equilateral triangles I am talking here, all sides equal, all angles equal. When it is overlapped on one above the other, they perfectly match the 2 triangles. Right? Where the sides or angles are equal, then the 2 figures, we call them, those 2 are congruent triangles. Any triangle you can take, children, not only equilateral. You can say that 2 figures are said to be congruent if their angles and sides are equal. We say the 2 figures are congruent. Now, let us take our theorem statement. Given half part, we need to prove remaining half. What is given? A diagonal of a parallelogram given. What does this diagonal do? It divides the parallelogram into 2 congruent triangles. Let's write the given data here. Proof. Given A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Any diagonal you can draw, children. I have drawn AC. You can draw BD also. Nothing happens. Any one diagonal set. ABCD is a parallelogram. AC is a diagonal. AC is a diagonal. Now let us start comparing the two triangles. Consider triangle ABC and triangle ADC. Now we are going to start comparing this triangle and this triangle. Okay, how can I compare? Parallelogram said, I can say opposite sides are parallel. Now look here children, when I talk about these two parallel lines, this diagonal is nothing but it is a transversal. Any line joined between two parallel lines, we call it as a transversal. In a transversal, the alternate interior angles are equal. Look here children, if I take these two lines, for this diagonal, this angle is equal to this angle. Alternate interior angles rule. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC, then angle BAC is also equal to angle ACD. What is the reason? Alternate interior angles. You can write there, alternate interior angles. Next, I am going to take the next pair of parallel lines. What are the next pair? AD is parallel to BC. Right here, if AD is parallel to BC, AD is also parallel to BC. I am starting with this triangle, right? So, observe here carefully. These two lines are parallel. Where is the diagonal is here? C, B, A, D. Which two angles are equal? This angle is equal to this angle. They are the pair of alternate interior angles. Observe here carefully. This angle is equal to this angle. That means then angle from this triangle you need to see the angle. Angle BCA is equal to angle CAD. This is also alternate interior angles. And next, I can say this diagonal is common for two triangles. Therefore, AC is equal to CA. Common side. Common side. Therefore, I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. Reason? Angle side angle rule. I say the two triangles are congruent. Observe here children, this triangle, angle, side, angle. This triangle, angle, side, angle. We have seen in triangles these all rules. By angle, side, angle rule, I say these two triangles are congruent. Is it completed our proof? Yes. What is that theorem? Let's see once again. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides into two congruent triangles. We have taken a parallelogram ABCD, drawn a diagonal AC and started comparing the two triangles. Parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, we know. So according to that, if AB is parallel to DC, I will take this angle equal to this angle. And if these two pair of lines are parallel, then this angle is equal to this angle. Okay? Then a pair of angles are equal and common side is equal. Therefore, by angle side angle rule, I say the two triangles are congruent. Let's go with the next theorem, theorem 7.2. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So, look here children, from the above proof, what I can say? We got by above proof, we know in a parallelogram ABCD. We know in a parallelogram ABCD. What do we know in this parallelogram? If I take this parallelogram, I say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. From above proof, what can I say? In a parallelogram, A diagonal divides two triangles and those two triangles are congruent. Now, in a parallelogram ABCD, if two triangles are congruent by corresponding parts of a congruent triangles by CPCT, I say that remaining sides and remaining angles are equal. I don't want all sides. I just take the opposite sides. By CPCT, I say that AB is equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. No need of proving more. Already we have proved the two triangles congruent. Therefore, from above, if two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT, the remaining sides are equal. Theorem statement 7.3. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Children, do you remember your second statement? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. If opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is a parallelogram. It looks similar, right? Then this is a converse of that statement. Converse means, it is a reverse of the statement. Okay, let's see here. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral, let me consider A, B, C, D. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay, is equal. Opposite sides are equal given. That means AB equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. Are you able to follow? In a quadrilateral, opposite sides are equal. AB is equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. We need to prove that it is a parallelogram. If opposite sides are equal, then this quadrilateral, we call it as a parallelogram. How? Okay, let me remember something. If opposite sides are equal, draw a diagonal, right? Draw a diagonal, join AC. This can be proved in any manner, children. So let me take two triangles now. What I can say? AB is equal to DC and BC is equal to AD, already given. And I say that AC is also equal to CA. Yes or no? AB, DC, BC, AD. This triangle, three sides, and this triangle, three sides are equal. Then I can say that the two triangles are congruent. Yes, will you accept here? By SSS rule, side rule, I say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. You may take any rule, children, but apply carefully. By SSS rule, I say these two triangles are congruent. Don't say that all three sides are equal. This side equal to this and this equal to this. This is a common side. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, by CPCT, I can equate the remaining parts of the triangles. That means angles I am going to equate. Look here carefully. I am going to equate this equal to this equal to this, and this equal to this. Observe here carefully. Angle BAC is equal to angle ACD. By CPCT I have said. Okay, by CPCT. But by CPCT we are equating remaining angles. What is another angle? Angle BCA is equal to angle CAD. This is also by CPCT I say. If two angles are equal, observe here children, if these two angles are equal, then it becomes a transversal. If this is a transversal, then automatically I can say that AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. When these two triangles are congruent, by CPCT, if you equate remaining angles or remaining sides, when you are equating, what happens children? If these two angles equal set, then this becomes a transversal, then automatically the lines will be parallel. If two lines are parallel, the alternate angles are equal. Converse statement for this, if alternate angles are equal, then the two lines will be parallel. According to that, I can say AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Now, if the pair of opposite sides are parallel, then what is that figure? That is called as a parallelogram. Therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. Hence, it is proved. That's it. These proofs, try to understand and prove. Please don't by heart. Okay. Let's see the next theorem. Theorem 7.4. Statement. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. What is this? Given parallelogram, you need to prove opposite angles are equal. Let me take a parallelogram. A, B, C, D. And right here, A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. They have given a parallelogram. So let us consider a parallelogram ABCD. We need to prove that opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles means what? In the interior part of a parallelogram, opposite angles. Angle A equal to angle C I need to prove, and angle B equal to angle D we need to prove. So how can I prove this? Let us draw a diagonal. Draw a diagonal AC, and if it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. Okay, opposite sides are parallel. If you draw a diagonal between two parallel lines, what does it become, children? It becomes a transversal, right? Transversal interior alternate angles are equal. Interior alternate angles are equal. Suppose if this angle equal to this, children, let us consider this is x, then this will be x. And if I consider these two pair of parallel lines, I say these angles are equal. Let us give a letter for this, y, and this is angle y. Now what is angle A, children? It is x plus y. And angle C is also equal to x plus y. Then if you find x and y angles, if you add, what you can say? The two angles are equal. Any line drawn between the parallel lines become a transversal and their interior angles will be equal. Therefore, what I can say? Therefore, angle A is equal to angle C. Then this sum of this angle equal to this angle. And similarly, if you take this pair and if you draw a diagonal, it becomes a transversal. Then this angle is equal to this angle. That is, angle A equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. This is only the thing we need to prove. Similarly, you can say, children, angle B is equal to angle D. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. If ABCD is a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, then we draw a transversal, that is a diagonal, and then we try to prove opposite angles are equal. Let's see the next property in theorem 7.5. If in a quadrilateral, let us take a quadrilateral. Let's take a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. If in a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite angles is equal. Look here, consider ABCD is a parallelogram where they have given opposite angles are equal. That means angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Yes, opposite angles are equal. But do you remember, children, before theorem, In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. What is the converse of this? If opposite angles are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Right? In a quadrilateral, angles equal set. Now, I say that if opposite angles are equal, by converse of the before statement, by converse of the before theorem statement, I say that if angles are equal, it is a parallelogram. Which is a parallelogram? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay? If in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. If directly angles are equal, then this quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram by converse of the before statement. See the next one. Theorem 7.6. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. What do you mean by this? Let me take a parallelogram. A, B, C, D. Diagonals means two diagonals. Let us draw the diagonals. BD and AC. They are going to intersect at a point O. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. What do you mean by bisecting and intersecting? Intersecting means the two line segments are meeting at a point. The two diagonals meeting at a point. This is intersecting point. Then what do you mean by the word bisect each other? Bisect each other means these parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and they are equal and alternate angles are equal, right? What you can say? Then the two triangles are congruent, then corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal, we said. You can take any one of the statement and you can prove this. Or directly I say that in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other means AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to DO. In ABCD is a parallelogram intersecting diagonals AC and BD intersect at O, right? And these diagonals are bisecting each other. They bisect each other. If you want, you can measure the length of AO and OC will be same and OB and OD is also same. That is, AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. See the next theorem, theorem 7.7, and this is also one of the property. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. It is just a reverse, but we see here. Okay. Imagine a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Diagonals of a quadrilateral. The diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, children. AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. If these two are bisecting, prove that it is a parallelogram. How I can say parallelogram? Observe the figure. Take these two triangles or these two, any pair you take, your wish. Triangle AOB and triangle DOC. If ABCD is a quadrilateral, AC and BD are the diagonals. You can write those two statements also. ABCD is a quadrilateral, AC and BD are the two diagonals. They are bisecting each other means what did they give? AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD given. I need to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. For that reason, I take any pair of triangles. Which pair of triangles you take, children? Any pair you take. So let me take this and this. triangle AOB and triangle DOC. Triangle AOB and DOC, what I say? AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD, and one more, angle AOB is equal to angle DOC. Observe here, these two given, and this is by vertically opposite triangle. I can say that side, angle, side. Side, angle, side, by SAS rule, I say that these two triangles are congruent. So I continue here. Triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. If they are congruent, the corresponding sides and angles are equal, right? Therefore, I say that AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC. Similarly, if you take these two triangles, triangle AOD and triangle BOC, same pattern you can prove. This side equal to this and this side equal to this, and these two are vertically opposite angles. Therefore, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC, and I say their opposite sides by CPCT AD is also equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. Now, in a quadrilateral, if opposite sides are equal, then I can say this is a parallelogram. Okay, if opposite sides are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Therefore, this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Let us discuss all the properties again. A diagonal in a parallelogram bisects two congruent triangles. And your second property, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. And your third property, if each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is a parallelogram. And your fourth property, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Your fifth property, in a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is a parallelogram. And your sixth property, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. And your seventh property, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. So don't by heart these all, children. Try to understand. You have one more condition of a quadrilateral where we say it is a parallelogram. Let's see what it is. Let's see the last condition of a quadrilateral, which is called as a parallelogram. That is your theorem 7.8. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. Pair, only one pair, children. Let us see. Let me draw a quadrilateral here. A, B, C, D. Okay. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram. When I can say it as a parallelogram, if a pair of opposite sides is equal and they are parallelisms. We need to prove this one, children. This is given. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram. I need to prove the quadrilateral a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel given. Only one pair. Okay, these two are equal and they are parallel given. I need to prove this quadrilateral as a parallelogram. How can I prove? Let me draw a diagonal AC. Given, what is given for us? Given AB is equal to DC and AB is parallel to DC. If AB is parallel to DC, immediately I see the alternate interior angles are equal. So observe carefully, children. Now I am going to compare the two triangles. Let us consider the triangle ABC and triangle ADC. In ABC, I take a condition AB is equal to DC. This is given. if one pair of sides are equal. And next one, if AB is parallel to DC, I can say angle BAC is equal to angle ACD. Alternate interior angles. A diagonal is drawn between the parallel lines. It works as a transversal. Then if it is a transversal, then their alternate angles will be equal. Then next, this side, this angle, and this is a common side, right? AC is equal to CA, which is common side for the two triangles. Therefore, by side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Therefore, by SAS rule, I say that the two triangles ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. If they are congruent by CPCT, I say that corresponding parts of a congruent triangles are equal. That means I may write BC is equal to AD. If opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Therefore, finally, what I can say, BC is equal to AD. Therefore, the two pairs of opposite sides are equal in a quadrilateral. Then this becomes a parallelogram. With this, we are going to end our session today. In our next session, we are going to continue with the exercise problems. Until that, keep watching. Thank you all.